Okay. Hey, welcome back to the archives. So, I'm just going to do a part two so I can share because I have to do a book drop off. Like I said, I started reading the book of Juju. I don't know what that was. Africana Spirituality for the Healing, Liberation, and Self-Discovery by Juju Bae. And it says, to make the right decisions for your future, you must maintain a connection to your past. In Malaika tradition, we call that Sankofa, right? Sankofa. In order to go back and get it, Sankofa, I think the Black Americans call it Sankofa, Sankofa. So you must maintain a connection to your past. In her debut book, podcaster, priestess, and all-around badass witch, Juju Bae teaches you how to connect with your ancestors as well as how to create a spiritual practice that respectfully incorporates their wisdom while remaining uniquely yours. It's also the story of the necessity and vitality of Black spirituality, from the Yoruba pantheon of Ifa to the freedom-fighting origins of Black American hoodoo. You will learn history, an overview of Africana spirituality in the United States and beyond, including information on ATRs, African traditional religions, such as Ifa, and ADRs, African diasporan-derived religions, such as hoodoo. It'll teach you about altar building. So the Catholics are already, the Catholics are like, oh my God, or the Christians, holy water, holy water, holy water, demonic. You can turn away. The altar building, it'll teach you altar building, how to create and incorporate a place to venerate and commune with your ancestors, including a guide to offerings and prayers. It'll teach you rituals, practices you can use to cleanse yourself and your space and to attract prosperity and protection while safely opening the channels of communication with your ancestral spirits. And do's and don'ts, tips on how to speak to spirits, craft the right questions for personal divination, and recognize and interpret spirits' advice and wisdoms. By reading this book, you will be taking the next step to self-discovery, and you will gain the tools to access the wisdom of your past to better navigate your present and future. Beginning she talks about how she was raised Catholic, and how that informed a lot of her upbringing and her decision to leave the Catholic Church. There's definitions of terminologies, right? Woo-woo words. What I liked is, for me, one thing I've learned already is I, for instance, thought that like Ifa was polytheistic. I thought, they worship many gods, right? And she was saying that actually that's not necessarily true. I forgot the word that she used to explain what it is, but it's basically there is one almighty all-being, and then there's streams, right? Me and my cousin were just talking about it, different channels to get to that same thing, but at the end of the day, there is still one almighty, all-knowing, and then from there they have like lower gods and so on and so forth. I never saw it that way. I never knew it that way. So already there's a lot of like assumptions and misinterpretations that I got wrong, that I'm learning that like, oh, actually you don't know what that was or what that's about, right? So the book of Juju, again, it's not for if you are, anyways. Other books I'm reading, some children's books that I have here, I'm going to also return. Again, Holy Water, if you're Christian, turn away. They, she, he, me, free to be by Maya and Matthew. They, she, he, me, free to be. And basically, this one says, does it say anything? No, it just gets right into it. It says, pronouns serve as a familiar starting point for kids and grown-ups to expand ideas about gender and celebrate personal expression with fun imagery that provides a place to meet and play. Award-winning children's book author and artist Maya Gonzalez is joined by her partner Matthew in their first children's book together. So, they, she, he, me. Me bye bye. And then Malaika's Carnival Queen by Nadia Hohn, and pictures by Irene Luxbacher. Malaika, Carnival Queen. Oh, it's a little glossy so you can't see it. Super cute book. We've read this before. This is Malaika dreams about a man with a basket of fruits and guesses a dream is about her father. Mummy explains that her daddy passed away long ago, while Grandma decides it's time Malaika knew more about her life. The family drives to a distant farm where Malaika's father, a migrant worker, used to pick fruit. The farm workers tell Malaika that her dad had always dreamed of celebrating Carnival there, just like back home. Will Malaika agree to be their Carnival queen at the Harvest Festival? Written with a blend of standard English and Caribbean patois, including words in French, this compelling news story is the best-selling Malaika's series expands on Malaika's understanding of her family. A note from the author Nadia Hohn relates her own family's connections to the migrant worker experience. Super cute book. You all know I love Carnival. Love Carnival bad. And so it's just, that's basically, it's a beautiful story about honoring her father, who was a migrant worker, and there's a carnival. The note here, it says, migrant workers are very important. The farms where they work depend on them, and they, in turn, can send money home to support their families. Despite their importance, these workers face many challenges. They often live in crowded housing, and they are not always made to feel like they belong in the communities where they work and live for 8 months a year, or sometimes longer. They are far from their friends and family back home and work long days. Both of my grandfathers were seasonal farm workers in the United States. Sadly, one of them passed away before he could return home to Jamaica to see his family, and so I didn't get to meet him. Malaika, Carnival Queen, was inspired by him. So her grandfathers were migrant workers. I'm always girl crushing on Nadia. I had to unfollow for certain reasons because I'm still on my healing journey, but that's another time. Last one I'll share is Bodies Are Cool by Tyler Fetter. Bodies Are Cool. So you can see there's all sorts of bodies on here, right? There's disability, vitiligo, there's round bellies, and all of that. So bodies are cool. So this one, this energetic read aloud with bright, friendly scenes to pour over is an inclusive and joyful body positivity anthem that every parent will want to share with their young ones. And so again, this is by Tyler Fetter, and it's just like even the first page is so super cute. I'll just share that there's all types of body. You can see it. There's all types of people, all sorts of diverse bodies. So even the back, you could see there's all sorts of different devices, and so bodies are cool. So this is the last one. So that's some of the books that I've been getting into here. There's a few more that I gotta keep reading, but until next time, okay? In solidarity. I'll be back to do another one on the book of Juju. I just want to get through it more and formulate some of my thoughts, because I've been having a lot of conversations with my cousin right now around like Christianity and like witchcraft and demonic and all of that the ways in which we are separated and divided when so much of it is still the same, right? So anyways, until next time, in solidarity, take care.